Now this is like I said, my book that I'm writing is more, it's more of a recount of my experience of my life, and what I've come to and the truths that I've come to and stuff like that. And one of them, and they're downloads too that I get from from the higher realms and from my angels and my spirit guides and stuff like that. But this is the one that I just wrote is I must understand and trust in the truth that for me to be able to be at this place of balance that I have attained thus far is because of my mastery over these concepts in prior lifetimes. I also understand that time is only a man made construct. And so I can trust that no matter what, the answers I need or seek are always mine to have and I will have them when I am supposed to have them, as that is the designation of my soul and divine timing. This concept and universal truth is something that can set me at an even deeper level of balance, trust, and peace because no matter what, I will know what I'm supposed to know and understand what I need to understand exactly when I'm supposed to know it or understand it. For my soul has set it up to be like this in this manner. I know I can trust in myself, and I do. I know I can trust in myself and my soul's ultimate wisdom and knowledge in this capacity, which lets me be able to live in and maintain a continual level of peace then for myself, as God and my soul intended it to be. And so and that's just me telling myself to just, I don't need to worry about anything because I will know what I need to know when I need to know it. I will understand what I need to understand when I need to understand it. And I know that that's the way that this works, and so I don't need to worry about anything. I don't need to, I already know the concept of I shouldn't worry about anything anyway, but it's just fortifying it and strengthening that belief within myself. And so, because it needed it, obviously I wouldn't have got the download if I didn't, and it is, it's like, well, and it's comforting. It really is. It's a comforting thing it's a comforting thing to know, like, even when we die, like our spirit team, usually if you haven't learned your karmic lessons and stuff like that, when you die, your spirit teams, your angels, when you pass over, they go through a recount of your entire life and with the things that you messed up, the things that you want to accomplish that you didn't, all that kind of stuff, the stuff that you just still didn't, where you're at, all that. It's like an analysis, after you die. And it's like, and the things that maybe you didn't get answers for, you will get answers then, and so it's not, I don't need to have answers right now. It isn't important for me to live my life to have the answers that I may seek right now, the questions that I've had for things, like I don't know everything and I'm not going to pretend to know everything, but there's things that I would like to know and I would like answers for, but I accept the fact that I'll get them when I need them, or I'll get them when I'm supposed to, like that's the way. And I know me, within me, my belief within me is that my soul set it up that way. I will know when I'm supposed to. No energy can manipulate or control me in any way and take the answers away from me because that's truth and I deserve truth. And my soul will give the truth to me in the way that it is designated to be given. And I can trust in that, now, here and now, because this is not like I said, this is not the way that we have been conditioned to believe that it is at all, and I'm coming out of that unconditioning too and reconditioning myself. And I am very grateful to my prior lifetimes that I did master a lot of things so that I could master them now in this lifetime at this time and balance myself in a way so I could help everyone, so I can show others, so I can be the example to the world, so I can, make a difference. And it isn't in an ego sense. It isn't for recognition. It's because I want to help lessen the pain because I know how pain feels and it sucks. You can't learn somebody else's lessons for them. That's their lessons to learn, and that's the honor and respecting someone else's choices and their free will choice and their being, their existence, as you would want someone to do it for you as well. So you can't enable anyone. You can't take and the consequences of people's other actions. They have to learn their own lessons, and that's where wisdom comes in, is when you go, you know what, I can't. And then it could be a waste of your energy and time trying to explain something to someone or an answer to someone that when they're not willing to hear it, because we're all humans and stubborn in that way. We got to learn our lessons the way that we want to learn them. Not, people can tell us all day long till we're blue in the face, and if we don't want to hear it from them, we're not going to hear them. They might have had the answer, and they were telling us, but we didn't. We were too stubborn to hear it. I've done that a million times. Like, I don't want to hear what you have to say. I'm going to do it anyway. And I did, and I was probably fucking it up until I was, those words rang true, even though I didn't even realize, that's what was being told to me at the time. And I still might have not known that, but they rang true eventually, and they will in ways that they need to. And that's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about with being able to trust in that. And like I said, it's very comforting actually and very relieving to think of it in that way, because then it's like, well, like it will happen when it's supposed to, and I really don't need to worry about it not happening right now. If I don't have all the answers, all well. Like I don't need all the answers to live. That's a perfectionist problem, like which I've had perfectionism problems in the past, so I can really see where that would be a thing. And that's a part of a linear thinking problem too, where you think it's this way and that way, and that's the only way, and that's no, mortal thinking is very limited in our perception from here. You know what I mean? And that's why you got to take it out and be like, well, you know what? I really don't know everything. And I don't need to know everything. That's the thing about it. And I can be okay. That's where I'm at with that. That's where I was at with that download from the higher realms, from my higher energies. And so, you know what I mean? I just wanted to share that too. And so this is what I've got this, this is my key I wear for Hecate, my ancestor Hecate. Hecate. This provides a shield from around me. And that's my intent, that it provides a shield around me by Hecate, my ancestor Hecate. Hecate. But she's considered a dark goddess, but the dark feminines, I mean, it's that's all they are. They have dark and light. They exist of both. To deny one's shadow side is to deny one's own power, and that's what I mean. And my ancestors are part of my power. They are part of me, and I am proud. That's what I try and do. I live every day, every moment that I can, thinking, how can I honor my ancestors? How would they want me to live? If I was an ancestor and I had, or with my child, even, like, how would I want them to live in this moment, in this time, for them, and, type of deal. And so I try and do that. And then this is a little flower, and I have it over my heart, and it's all sparkly, and it's a little pendant, and I wear that for my fairies, because they like shiny things. And so it's for them, for because they're also around me. And I have fairy blood, very much so, very much so. Oh yeah. And dragon blood, all sorts of. My DNA is ridiculous. Okay, yeah, the existence, what is the energy and the consciousness that is within my DNA is awe-inspiring, and I'm grateful, very, very grateful. And so I wear these, as tokens of appreciation and gratitude and love, unconditional love, to show them my respect and honor to them. And same with my bracelets. Like, I've got there's a hematite one, and this is for grounding, but it's also for the void, or grounding into Mother Gaia and nature. And so it reminds me of elementals and nature. I wear this little black thing. This reminds me, this is the void. And within the void, all things are possible. That's where 0 point is. And so, and it's black is not a bad thing at all. Like, you know what I mean? Anything good and bad labels for anything is stupid. That's just, it's like I said, that's going to be thrown out the window, because that just limits our perception of thinking and limits our concepts. And we are an unlimited thing. We are limitless. We are infinite. And so, yeah, we don't want to do that to ourselves. Why do that to yourself? And then on the other hand, I got my turquoise, and I wear that for good fortune, good luck, and for my elementals. It's got a little paw on it, cute. But yeah, it's for good luck, good fortune, and for my elementals, and for Gaia. And then I got this pearl one, and I wear that for my ancestors, and that's out of beauty and reverence for my ancestors, to carry myself in the composure that my ancestors want me to carry myself for them. That's why, same with my, anything. I even have an ancestor altar, and I include my ancestors and all my whole spiritual team in everything that I do, cooking, walking, everything that I think of, they are included, I all the time. And then I wear this one, just kind of like the black one, little stretchy thing, and this one represents my celestial star families right here, and elementals, like unicorns and stuff, and unicorns and galactic family. And yeah, and so when I wear these, to me, it goes and it like provides protection around me, a layer of protection. It fortifies it. It keeps it, all these things that I have keep my energetic bodies. It has a layer to it, a frame, an energetic framework that it provides for me. And that's my intent in them. And that's what we live by, intent. We do. It's as humans, we do. It's our intent that drives it, that makes our timelines, that makes our reality and our experience. And my intent is always positive, always good. I do not want to perpetuate darkness. I do not want to perpetuate suffering. I do not want to perpetuate pain in any way. And so in my head, even I have all the time, I'm doing positive affirmations. I'm doing positive, I am statements, I am unconditional love. I am unconditional love. I am unconditional love. I invite light into me. I invite light into me. I invite light into me, into my surroundings, through me. Let me be a conduit of light. This is what I do constantly while I'm awake. Literally, that's all I do is try and keep my frequency and raise it at a high frequency, while still trying to raise it as best I can, because it's not at its peak. If it was, I'd be back with God. I would have integrated back with God, and I wouldn't have to do any of this. And so in the meantime, I want to see how high I can raise my frequency for God. And by doing so, I mean, you got to confront your shadows. You got to integrate your shadow side. You have to own it, and then it becomes your power. And then you synchronize and you harmonize with your environment, and then just raise it from there, man. Raise it from there. Creative expression is also a way that your vibration will raise. And like I said, it's about repetition. And so you can't just do one thing and done. That's false. That's a fallacious thinking. You can't just one and done and it doesn't work. It didn't stick. Well, you got to keep doing it over and over. Like for something to stick and maintain, it's got to fortify itself. And that's what the law of reverberation. You know what I mean? It back and forth. It adds and adds and adds until it's out of this. Until you're a supernova, man. Until you're a supernova, and that's what I'm trying to be for God. So yeah. And we should all be that way because that's what God wants us to be. God wants us to be. Think of how God would want you to be for Him. Like I said, He wouldn't want you in a state of negativity. He wants you to be empowered because you are His creation. In what way can you be empowered being His creation, being made of God? How could you be God, be of God, and be His creation? That would make Him happy. That would make Him satisfied. That would make Him, proud. Be like, yeah, that's mine. I made that. That's yep. And yeah, do not, it's our limited thinking, like I said, that places God in a box, because God is not in a box. God is everything and anything and all things at all times, in all moments, in all dimensions, in all spaces, in all places, in all frequencies, in all, in all. It's in every, the Creator's in everything at all times. Knows everything, sees everything, hears everything, does, can go back and forth, change things, type of deal. Like I said, he's made of honor and respect. And so his creations that he has made, like us, he honors and respects us. And he just hopes that we will see him in us and become him in us. Let him become that expression of God. God became man so that man could become God. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. That's what kind of expression do you want to be for God? If He gave you that power, if He gives us this power, like he doesn't want us sad. He doesn't want us mad. He wants us to overcome those things so we can see how strong and beautiful we are. That's what God wants for us. To be the best versions of gods we can be, gods and goddesses we can be. Think about that, for real. Like, same with our ancestors, dude. Our ancestors span back up to the Egyptian times, Mayan time, all those times, Lemurian times, Atlantean times, gods and goddesses, dragons. You know what I mean? Like, God wants us to come into our power of that, of ourselves, and own it. And it's through owning it that we have it. That's the only way to have it, is that we have to actually truly believe it is within us, and that we can wield it, and that it's ours to have, and then wield it in the right way, for God, and then it's ours. And that's what would make God proud. That's what makes God proud, is when we step into our power, and that's by being authentic to ourselves. It is. Yeah. All right. I love you guys. Spread the love, man. Spread the love. I'm really serious.